Subscribe now.
Hey there, welcome back to my channel Elan's Data Sage. Today we will look at the Power Query, which is tool. What does it mean? Which is extract, transform, then load into the visualization. So which is a Power BI. So for Power BI, what is the backend transforming tool? It's Power Query. So you can use it in Excel also, in Power BI also. Let's see how that works. Let's get into my laptop and see how that works. Open the Power BI desktop. On top you have home button, right? In the home tab you have get data or Excel workbook. You can use either get tab, get data to get the Excel workbook, or directly click on the Excel workbook. Then it will take you to your respective folder where your data is there. Then you just have to open that file. It will take some 2 3 seconds or 4 5 seconds of time to load the data. And on the left hand side you can see the navigator, right? What does it mean is, in your Excel, how many sheets are there? All that sheets are shown in the left hand side. Okay, you have Superstore 2024. In my current Excel I have only one sheet, which is Superstore 2024. But if you have multiple sheets, it will be shown there. You can see the left hand square box, right? You can tick whichever Excel sheets you want to load it into Power Query. You can use that. For example, let's just take what I have. Let's click on it. The moment you tick the box, on the right hand side it will show the preview of the data. The preview is nothing but, in your Excel, in your sheet, you might have 10 columns with thousands of data. But in the preview, you can see on top like hundreds of raw data, just for the preview understanding whether the correct sheet has been taken or not. Then on the right hand below corner, you can see load, transform data, cancel. Load is nothing but, once you click on it, it will automatically load into the Power Query. And then on the screen, you can see only Power BI interface. On the right hand side, you can see the data. But transform data is nothing but, it will take you to the another tab, which is a Power Query editor. That is what we are looking at. Just click on the transform data. It will take you through the Power Query editor. So this is the interface of Power Query editor. Let's talk about one each item in that Power Query editor. On top you can see multiple tabs like file, then home, then transform, then add column, view, tools, help. Then in the left hand side, the sheet name, whichever you have loaded from the Excel file, Superstores, Superstore 2024. Then you have the Excel kind of the interface. Okay, the columns on the top, then rows, the data, and on the right hand side you can see property. What is your name of the file? Properties is. Then you have applied steps. Applied steps is nothing but Power Query editor. So editor is nothing but, it will record the steps. For example, you take any Canva or CapCut editor or VN editor, you do something and it will record. It is a draft, right? That steps are recorded. The same way in Excel Power Query editor also, the steps are recorded. That is nothing but applied steps. You can see the steps, the space. Okay, first one is source. Source is nothing but from where you are taking that. On top you can see from where it is picking up. It is picking up from my respective folder. Then the navigation. Navigation is nothing but, from which sheet you are taking the data. In this example, Superstore is my tab. Then promoted headers. Promote headers and change type. Since it is an intelligence tool, it will automatically understand, okay, I need to convert first row as a header. Then understand that headers based on the data in that column. That is a change type. So change type understood. In the city column, this is everything is alphabets. So I will convert this into text. Then there can be something called uh, date format. Let me just show you which one is taking. Ship date. You can see ship date, right? It auto understood and converted that into date. That is a change type. So my suggestion is, always remove these two things, promoted headers and the change type, so that
In future you can always change that. Okay, if you want to do the if you want to do that steps again, just on the left hand side you can see a sheet symbol with the arrow down. Just click on it. You can see use first row as headers. The same step will be recorded again, and then automatically, since it's a business tool, it will give you the change type option. Then you can remove that and just right click on any of the column, and then you have the change type, then change it to date. The same step will be recorded. So that is how the steps are recorded. And for example, if I delete this column, okay, then I just want to add one column. Just let's take add custom column. Okay, this is a calculation, so I just want to repeat this. So let's take the city with the name column as custom. Okay, this step is recorded. This is also done. So if you want to go back and see which column I have removed, either you can click here or else remove this step, so that you can see that column here. You can remove that step, or else you can just click on that step on the top here. You can see which column has been deleted. So it is a recording editor. So this is very important. So in future, if you get any issues with any of the column changes, or your Excel has been updated with a new column and you want to remove that column, you can always come to the editor and do those changes. It is very helpful. Let's talk basic about what are all the tools available in the tab. Let's take home. You have the source. You can either come to editor and connect different sources and get the data, or else you can type enter data. Enter data is nothing but in the Power Query editor you are typing it. This Excel you will not find it in your desktop. Okay, this will always stay in the Power Query or in Power BI model, but you will not be able to save this. This will not be auto saved in your desktop or somewhere. Okay, it has been closed. Let's open this. For timing, let's apply the changes. The moment you apply, it will read from Power Query editor and it gets updated in the Power BI model. You can see on the right hand side there is a data column, right? In this, your sheet will be available. From this you can see multiple columns which are there in that sheet. You by mistake you have loaded, but you want to do some more steps in the data. Just right click on the superstore. You have to click on the sheet, not on any of the column. Just right click and then click on the edit query. It will again open the Power Query editor. Let's talk about these things. Data source settings. So data source, anyway you can change it whenever you want. You can do it here or in the Power BI model. You can browse and change. Then you have refresh preview. Refresh preview is nothing but it will get loaded here and it will show 1,000 line items. Then you have properties, advanced editor, everything. Then you have keep rows, remove rows, split column, whatever functions you are doing it in Excel. Like you can see power merge queries as new. Merge queries is nothing but you can use different sheets to merge it in one, to merge some column in this respective, or else you use that two sheets and build a new sheet. That is merge queries as new. But you want to add different sheets into one sheet, then append query will be helpful. In append queries, in the existing Excel you can add multiple Excels, or append as new it existing Excel with another Excel, it will create one Excel. Let me just show you how that information looks like. Either you can use two tables or multiple tables. Here all your sheets will be visible. Then you can just add one by one. That I will show it in a later point of time. Okay, then transform, you will have transpose, reverse rows, count rows. Then you have replace values, then unpivot, pivot. Okay, fill in, move, extract. You can use, if you are expert in Python, you can run the Python script also here. Then add columns. By this you can understand index column like 1 2 3 1. You want to define the row numbers. Then view is there. In this you can use the advanced editor. So this is nothing but M code. So in the Power BI, for the formulas, you call it DAX. In Excel, it is Excel functions. And for Power Query Editor, it is M code. If you want to add, merge, everything, you can do it via M code also. That will that is an advanced one. I will also show that. Then you have tools. Tools I have not used. This is just a diagnostic setups. And help is here, community guides, everything will be there from the Microsoft. That's about this Power Query editor. Once you click on close and apply, the things will apply and it will show here. As I mentioned earlier, you can see transform data, right? Either you can change the source settings here also, the link changes. Transform data, if you click here, it will also take you through Power Query editor. You can directly click in the home tab also. If you don't want to, just right click on the sheet. And refresh is nothing but once you refresh, Power Query editor will refresh, then the data will be updated here. If you have visuals, that will also be updated.
That's it for this video. Let's meet in the next video. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. For any informative or new content, please click on the bell icon on so that everything will be at your hands. Thank you. Bye.